Geraldus Cambrensis was the son of a powerful Anglo-Norman baron named Guillaume de Barry, the grandson of a Welsh princess and the nephew of Bishop David Fitzgerald of St. David's. In AD 1184, he began to serve King Henry II of England as royal clerk and chaplain. He accompanied the king's son, John, on a campaign to Ireland and published his observations in Topographia Hibernica. Later, he traveled across Wales with Archbishop Baldwin of Exeter to recruit soldiers for the Third Crusade. He recounted this journey in his work Itinerarium Cambriae and afterward wrote Descriptio Cambriae. In Itinerarium Cambriae, he mentions spending a night at Swansea Castle while traveling through the Gower Peninsula in Glamorgan, and then tells a very curious story. According to the story, which took place not long before, a priest named Elidorus told it with great seriousness. When he was 12 years old, Elidorus, trying to escape the constant beatings from his teacher, hid in a hollow bank beside a river. After 2 days without food, 2 small men, the size of dwarves, appeared and said to him, "If you come with us, we will take you to a land full of wonders." Elidorus accepted their offer and followed them through a dark underground passage. They arrived in a land decorated with rivers, meadows, forests, and plains, but never fully lit by sunlight. During the day, it was always cloudy, and at night it was very dark, as there was no moon or stars. He was brought before the king and observed at length by the people of the court. Then he was handed over to the king's son. These people were very small in stature, but proportionately built. Their skin was fair, their hair long, falling to their shoulders like women's. They kept horses and hounds of suitable size. They did not eat meat or fish, but fed on milk-based mixtures prepared with saffron. They did not swear oaths, as they considered lying to be the most despicable act. Whenever they visited our world, they criticized our greed, disloyalty, and fickleness. They had no collective worship, but held a deep respect and love for the truth. Elidorus lived with this community for some time and often returned to our hemisphere to see his mother. One day, his mother said, "Bring me a gift from that land full of gold." So he stole the golden ball used by the king's son during play. However, on his way home, he was followed by 2 dwarves who took back the ball and said goodbye to Elidorus with scornful looks. Elidorus then searched the riverbanks for a year, trying to find the passage to the underground world again, but he could never find it. In time, he became a priest, but whenever Bishop David II of St. David reminded him of these memories in his old age, Elidorus could not speak of the experience without shedding tears. In Geraldus's words, he had learned the language of that people, and in his youth, he spoke it and taught me some words. The bishop often noted that this language was quite similar to Greek. For example, when they asked for water, they said Idor Idorum, because Idor means water in both their language and in Greek. Similarly, in the British language, Dur also means water. When they wanted salt, they said Halgein Idorum. In Greek, salt is hal, and in Welsh it is halen. This is because the Britons, first called Trojans due to their origins from Troy, and later called Britons after their leader Brito, stayed for a long time in Greek lands after the destruction of Troy, and many Greek elements remained in their language. Elidorus's story clearly draws from the same roots as the legends used by Nennius and Geoffrey of Monmouth. However, in Geoffrey's version, the giants who fled into caves have been replaced here by underground dwarves. A unique feature of Geraldus's account is the similarity between the dwarves' language and Greek, which may reflect a folk memory of an Indo-European language spoken in Britain before the arrival of the Celts.
Behold, great realm and dwarf city of Dwarven.
There's an eye-opener and no mistake.